the Mexican border, a few of the old Spanish land grants still existed, like feudal kingdoms from another century. Although most were peaceful, there was one, the notorious Alvarado grant, that became a kingdom of bloodshed and terror.
Cochise, you and your brother have been gone so long, you were mourned for dead.
We were hunting. Americans suddenly surrounded us and forced us into their wagons. They said we had broken one of their laws and that we must work as their prisoners. Charla and I worked very hard. But there was always some new law they said we have broken.
Is that the way the law works in your country?
It is not my country, Cochise.
This is not Mexico. Why do you say it is not your country?
It's the old Spanish land grant of the Alvarado. After the war with Mexico, when we bought from Mexico all the land south of the Gila River, the United States agreed to recognize all the old land grants made by the Spanish kings. They have their own rulers, make their own laws. As far as we are concerned, that is like a foreign country. Right in the middle of Arizona.
Cochise, you must help Charla to escape.
Is it forbidden for a stranger to enter this Alvarado land?
Yes. But there's no law that says we cannot return a stolen horse.
Juan, stay with Nagate.
Returning a horse.
Oh, it's you, Jeffords.
You know this man?
Duke Winton. He's wanted by every sheriff in the Arizona Territory.
We found your horse, Duke.
Well, that's mighty nice of you, Jeffords. Thanks. My horse must have strayed across the border.
Sure, Duke. With a Chiricahua Apache on his back.
Cochise, go back to the reservation. This land is evil.
Keep away from that man.
You're sitting in on the wrong poker game, Jeffords. I work for the dealer.
Nagate has returned to his people. He will soon be strong again. You will also return to the reservation, Charla.
Please, Mr. Winton, introduce me to our guests.
Tom Jeffords, Cochise, Senor Luis Velasquez.
In the absence of the Senorita Serafina, I welcome you to El Territorio de Alvarado. You, Cochise, have much in common with the Senorita. You have both held your land against the tide of Americans. And what brings you to the Senorita's country, Mr. Jeffords?
We brought back your horse.
How admirable. And the prisoner, did he make good his escape?
He's back on the Chiricahua Reservation.
You still hold another of my people prisoner.
I heard what you said to that prisoner. It would be most unfortunate if you tried to take the law into your own hands.
Who makes the laws around here, Velasquez? You?
The Senorita, of course. I only carry out her orders.
And we will talk to the Senorita.
Oh, the Senorita's very busy. However, I'll try to arrange it.
Wait, Cochise! Do not go!
Look around you, Cochise. Standing in the sheriff's office at Tucson looking at the wanted circulation. Harry Jed, bank robbery and murder. Gun for hire. Calls himself Amarillo Kid. Man's name is Deacon Jones. Counterfeit, forgery, and murder.
Manuel. Now, this way, gentlemen.
What is this, my brother? A weapon of the white men that shoots arrows?
It is a crossbow, Cochise. It was used by the white soldiers before they had guns. Before the Apaches even had horses to ride. It is a suit of armor. It was used as protection against the arrows of the crossbow. Of course, gunpowder made them both useless.
Gentlemen. You are privileged to meet Senorita Serafina Alvarado, la reina de la Territorio de Alvarado. Your neighboring ruler, Cochise of the Chiricahua Apaches, and Tom Jeffords of the neighboring territory of Arizona.
It is your wish to speak with me?
One of my people is your prisoner. We ask that he be released.
And I ask that you return the man who escaped. Both these men are being punished for crimes they committed.
What crimes?
That, senor, is no business of yours.
There is no way to get Chala free? Could we pay a fine?
We do not impose fines in Alvarado. Those who break the law must work out their punishment at hard labor.
Labor of slaves.
I respect the laws of your country. Why don't you respect mine?
From the looks of your guard, Senorita, you don't seem to respect any law.
What do you mean by that?
Either you or the Senorita is taking advantage of the land grant to make this a sanctuary for criminals.
Would the senorita care to answer?
My sole concern, Mr. Jeffords, is how a man conducts himself while in my country. I consider what he has done in other parts of the world as immaterial. My great-grandfather, Don Miguel Alvarado. In his day, he was called a pirate, a cutthroat, and a scoundrel. But history calls him a fine Spanish nobleman. So why should I judge against these men you call criminals? They are all loyal to me.
Does the senorita make her point clear, senor? Excellent. I hope you gentlemen will leave the territory as soon as possible. Some of our citizens are unduly fond of gunplay, and I should be grieved if anything happened to you.
The men who served so beautiful a senorita are fortunate. I only wish that I was one of them. Adios.
Mr. Jeffords, must you leave so soon?
Why, no. I had the feeling we were not welcome.
Please, Louise, can they not stay for a while? I command it.
Would be a pleasure. Tell me, senorita, more about your great-grandfather. Was the land grant originally his?
Yes, a reward for loyalty to the King of Spain.
Of course, you have documents to prove it.
It is recorded in the family Bible.
May I see it?
How could that possibly be of interest to you, Mr. Jeffords?
Well, you see, I'm very interested in documents of historical interest.
Louise, will you please get it?
The Alvarado family Bible, Mr. Jeffords. A treasure from old Spain. A record of births and deaths in the Alvarado family, starting 2 generations before Don Miguel Alvarado, and including the birth of Serafina. The grant of land from King Ferdinand VII to Don Miguel Alvarado. The handwriting has been checked by your government against documents in its possession. The birth certificate of Serafina. You will see that she was born in Valencia, where Don Miguel moved his family after the death of Ferdinand.
Very interesting. Very valuable document, senor. Many thanks for your hospitality, senorita. I hope we will meet again someday.
Must you go?
It's late. It's a long ride back to the border.
You're right, Mr. Jeffords. It is late. Won't you accept our hospitality?
Oh, yes, please stay. I will show you to a guest room. I'm sure you will both be comfortable. Well, I hope you will be comfortable. And if there is anything you need.
There are many things you must explain, my brother. This girl and her head are as hollow as that suit of armor.
You are right. She is no Alvarado. If we get out of here, I will prove this whole thing is a fraud.
How can you prove it?
The Bible and the land grant are real enough, but the girl's birth certificate is a forgery. Saw the watermark on the paper.
What are these marks made by water?
It's like a brand. Almost too faint to be seen. But The watermark on the girl's birth certificate is from a paper mill in Wisconsin.
Does this Velasquez know of your discovery?
I think so. Why else would he so suddenly ask us to stay?
Oh, I beg your pardon. You wanted to see me?
Our visitors have been trying to influence the senorita against you, Duke. Of course, she spoke in your defense. These men could cause trouble.
They can only cause trouble if they get out of here.
Mr. Jeffords and Cochise are my guests. They will be allowed to leave without being harmed. I command it.
I wish you would reconsider, senorita. These men could be dangerous to Alvarado.
How ridiculous. How really ridiculous.
And even to you.
That will be all. You will do what I say.
Yes, ma'am. You give the orders.
Duke. You're surprised, my friend? She's no Alvarado. I found her working in a small Mexican cantina. She's nothing.
What about the land grant?
That's real enough. But there were no heirs until I trained this one.
Oh, you sure had me fooled.
I had everyone fooled. Even the United States government, until Jeffords came along.
And he found out, huh?
Go to your room. I'll call you when I want you.
Your Royal Highness? The boys and I have a good thing here. We don't want it spoiled.
Mr. Jeffords, Velasquez knows that you have found out about me, that I am not Serafina Alvarado. They will never let you leave here. They will kill you.
We are not dead yet, senorita.
Please, if you can escape, if it is possible, take me with you.
Can't promise that. But if Cochise or I make it to the border, we'll be back here with enough American soldiers to tear this place apart.
I will be the first one they will arrest.
No harm will come to you, or the other prisoners.
Thank you. I had better go.
Will you gentlemen join me?
Our pleasure.
Mr. Jeffords, your weapons. I'm afraid the senorita would not approve at the dining table.
Keep the prisoners locked up today.
Understand there's going to be some shooting.
Cochise chorus for you, but killing Jeffords is the jackpot.
Looks like they got an arsenal over there. A couple of guns, we might even make it a fight.
Our jailer.
Yes.
The senorita's apologies, gentlemen, but she wishes to sleep late. But I thought you would want to make an early start.
Thanks very much. I seem to have misplaced my gun.
It'll be returned at the border. Your horses are in the corral. I'll ride with you a little way.
Much depends on our reaching the border, my brother.
We would have a better chance if we split up.
We'll leave the hacienda. I will ride fast, try to draw their fire. Maybe you will have a chance to escape.
Just get your hands on a gun. Head straight for the border.
Are you gentlemen about ready?
Just about.
Hurry up, Indian. We're waiting for you.
Shoot, you'll hit Velasquez.
Take care of the redskin. We'll handle Jeffords.
This one carries the keys. I will free the prisoners. I thank you for what you did.
All right, don't let him get away. He's in there somewhere.
Find him. He can't be far.
Watch out, he's got a gun.
Take you back to Tucson, Serafina. Make sure you get safely home to your family.
It's good to have you home, Chala.